Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now Wilson on second down. Flush to his right. It's caught right side. Dixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 19. And off comes to Montgomery. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sean Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama. A big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he's going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, What do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Orleans Darkwa taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Barkevius Mingo in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Moran. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off play action. Moran sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now Riddick. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Nick Bawden taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Wagner coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Flushed out right. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Moran steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clay Matthews able to drop him for a loss of 4.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could beat. And the pressure gets to him again. Devon Kennard in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On the return, it's Tate. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring it. Down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Moran. Escaping the pressure right to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st down, Moran being chased out left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Moran. This is Riddick on the screen. There he goes inside the 30. A nice gain at 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 36. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wilson dancing to his left. And the tight end Dixon left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Forced out to his left. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Moran. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The ball comes out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. The 20. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Now it's Patterson. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
They run. Montgomery down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson on the move to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down, Moran escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Golden Tate. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on everything.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On second down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And Detroit getting set to go now. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Throwing on first down. Moran. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on third and long. Moran. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot. So hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Moran eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Escaping the pressure right. And Tate's got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Fine time to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They go back to Riddick. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They come up in an offset eye. He'll get it up the middle. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. Now Darquan. And now running right through it. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Darquan. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. On second down, here's Penny. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends.